I'm Ronnie Klassen and this is Straight Talk. Good afternoon, Sabah. I'm Ronnie Klassen and this is Straight Talk. 1.7 registered voters in the Sabah's 17 state elections will determine on the 29th of November as to who of the 596 candidates that's contesting in this election will fill the 73 vacant seats in the State Legislative Assembly. With me here in Kota Kinabalu this afternoon is the Vice President of Parti Warisan, all right, who is also a candidate for the party in N22 Tanjung Aru. He's none other than Datuk Junz Wong. Welcome, Datuk, in my podcast.
Thank you so much.
Right. Okay, let's get down to the seriousness of this podcast. Okay, now, you were one time with Democratic Action Party, DAP, all right? You were also an elected assemblyman for the constituency of Likas.
That's correct.
All right. You left DAP and you were part and parcel of, I'm quite certain, the formation of Parti Warisan, all right? And you stood as a candidate for Warisan in the 2018 state elections, of which you won, all right? And for some reason, best known to Warisan, the party basically only governed the state for 2.5 years or so, all right? And your president basically dissolved the party and to pave the way.
State Assembly.
Yeah, State Assembly, to pave the way for the 2020 state elections, all right? Of which you also stood as a Warisan candidate and you also won the seat, all right? 5 years has passed. The 17 state elections is now underway, all right? Now, Tanjung Aru, all right, you'll be contesting. It is a 9-corner contest, all right?
Correct, yeah.
And you are up against a very big name, okay, in Tanjung Aru, who also happens to be the Member of Parliament of Kota Kinabalu, Datuk Chan Fong Hin, all right? How do you see yourself now as compared in the 2020 elections and the 2018 elections, now that you're facing a big name in Tanjung Aru?
How do I see myself? I think I'm more ready than I was in 2020, and definitely more ready than I was in 2018, because of the being the Wakil Rakyat in Tanjung Aru. I've been able to get to know the people for so many years, like our constituents, basically divided to 3 areas lah. One Tanjung Aru itself, the Pekan and the Kampung Tanjung Aru Lama and Baru, and then the Sembulan, Lama, Tengah and Baru. So the Pulau. So basically these are the 3 main areas of Tanjung Aru, and I'm able to really like know their issues and be able to serve them for so many years, and really under this government, because when 2018, right? 2018 it was before the delineation,
Right.
So that was all the way up to Meruntum, Kampung Meruntum and Kampung Muhibah. The whole stretch from the airport side is still considered Tanjung Aru. So after that, after the delineation, that was cut after the airport. So the area becomes a lot more smaller. So it's a lot easier for me to actually monitor and get to know my constituents and their issues well. Now, under the GRS and PH government, the governance, I must say, it's a very bad governance lah. Let's start with Tanjung Aru. Okay, Tanjung itself, we have the housing flats called the Rumah Bangsa, and it's by there are about 360 old families who has been staying there for more than, I think, 30-40 years. Now,
That's the one beside LaSalle. Is that the
yes,
place you're
right.
talking about? Okay.
Beside the church, BCCM church. So that the government taker government today, which is GRS and PH government, somehow, without a plan, without clarification, without transparency, force the penghuni in Rumah Bangsa to move out with also reasons, let's say the building is not safe and whatnot. And we have continued to fight this issue and brought it into the State Assembly for many years.
Okay. Now, I'm quite sure that the flat issue that you're referring to is not the only issue in Tanjung Aru. But so interestingly, you brought up this flats, right? The issue over there in Tanjung Aru. I'm actually quite privy to that area. I happen to have a couple of relatives who stays there.
Okay.
All right. Now, the issue of the flats basically was not something that occurred since GRS took over. It was far behind. All right. Far earlier, rather. All right. When you were there, what did you do to solve their problem?
No, because when we were there, right, you see, when we took over the government, there was 1 year of governance and the COVID kicks in.
Right.
Came.
Correct.
So we only have 1 year of administrations. So we are basically looking in all the plannings that has been planned before, and we want to come up with better plans for the entire Tanjung Aru, including the TAD.
Plan before, meaning to say the previous government before you.
Yep. There are a lot of these plans that was planned by the previous government was not in line with what we wanted to do for our people in whole Sabah, but in this case, Tanjung Aru, for example. We have no intentions of moving our people away from where they have been staying there for generations in the name of development. That's not what we're prepared to do. So we have, that's why you see in Sembulan, like Lama, they have been there staying there for the last 60 years since Usno time. There was no water supply. And the reasons being given, or they are maybe Stingan, they are still staying in government land and whatnot. But this is Kepulauan yang paling asas. This is very basic needs. So when we came to power, we give them water per meter to every house. So this is what we do, because we have no intentions to move these people or forcibly move these people out without a plan to put to in place to make sure that all the interests of our people are being taken care of. Similarly, in Rumah Bangsas, when we took over only a year, so we don't have enough time to actually come with a concrete plan of what we're going to do.
Okay, now we talk about development in as far as Tanjung Aru is concerned, all right? Basically, during the era of Barisan Nasional, okay, your president was basically a cabinet minister, all right? Would it be fair to say that he has done very little for Tanjung Aru?
Well, that is, if he's in their government, right? But he's in the federal government. You see, you must understand that during the administrations of now our TYT, which is back then his administration,
Right.
It's an administration that is very, what we call very tightly monitored. Meaning to say they have, in politics, right, especially friends in UMNOs, you know that since the UMNO time, even during the UMNO elections, party elections, where my president back then was elected as the vice president of UMNO Malaysia, the Sabah votes did not go to him. Meaning Musa Aman's gang in Sabah, right, were not allowed to vote him.
Ironically, if at all, what you're saying basically holds water, all right?
Okay.
I would think that if I was Shafi Abdal, Datuk Shafi Abdal, all right, and my request for development for Sabah is not being entertained, all right, and if he would have resigned because of that reason, then I think I would respect such a politician. But he resigned simply because of that Najib issue at that time.
Right, one MDB.
Yes, one MDB.
Because he was very vocal about one MDB, and Najib back then was not happy with what he was saying about this one MDB. That's why he was being suspended.
Okay,
so that was the reason why he left.
Right. Now, coming back to your
I think
Tanjung Aru.
so sorry, I need to correct it. Yeah. He was being suspended.
Yeah.
Okay.
Coming back to your Tanjung Aru constituency, all right. You're up against Chan Fong Hin, all right, who happens to be in the Madani cabinet. Okay. Do you think he can bring in development for Tanjung Aru?
Oh, he has been the MP of KK for...
Yeah, but Tanjung Aru doesn't come under the constituency of a parliamentary area.
But his track record has to speak for himself, right? So the track record will prove what he can do in the future, right? So if you look at his track record in KK, I think he has been the member of parliament for the second term, right? Coming second term now.
That's right.
And then he has been the Pembantu Menteri for 3 years now.
Agricultural, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, now his slogan is Bagi Chan, Ada Harapan. KK has given him Chan. But KK hasn't seen the harapan yet. So if you look at that, right, if you look at his track record, in KK itself is not convincing. So is that convincing that he will bring development into Tanjung Aru?
Okay, let's take a look at Warisan as a whole. Okay, this is the public perception that we have noticed in social media. All right, you're talking about Tanjung Aru. I would be right in saying that there are a lot of things that's lacking in Tanjung Aru. Okay, but let's go down to this is the public perception, all right, that has been circulating in social media. Sampona, for example, right, the birthplace of your president. Okay, what's the development like that's been taking place in Sampona?
Well, let's compare. Let's compare. Let's say we compare like the last chief ministers like Pyrin. Okay, we compare with chief ministers like Musa Aman. Okay, and we compare with the chief ministers, who else? Say Haris. Okay, then compare with our my president, which has only been chief minister for 26 months.
Let's not forget he was a federal minister.
Yeah, like I said, I already explained the federal minister part. Okay, but having said that, so you look at how much when we talk about this development, let's look at how developed and how much economic activities and how much richer the people who are staying in Sampona when compared to, say, Pyrin in Tambunan, say Musaman in Sungai Manila, right? I think, Sungai Manila. And say Haris, maybe Tandem, maybe, I don't know where. But look at all these towns that has been held by the previous chief ministers for so many years. Look at how development, in terms of economic activities, say Ranau. Have the people in Ranau lived better? Ranau is now being, I think, one of the poorest, right? One of the poorest being Israel, like Tuaran, like Hajiji now. After being in the government as the chief ministers for 5 years, Tuaran is now being Israel as the poorest state, poorest place, one of the poorest zone. But Sampona, people in Sampona are living so much better, with better money, with better houses, with better quality living. It's just that, it's people try to discredit our president by saying that, it's dirty. But look at his parliamentary speech. He talked about it in the parliament, telling the federal government to look into the rubbish and this cleanliness problem in Sampona.
Now, Warisan basically has a member, an MP, all right, who happens to be a minister in the federal government. All right, the brother of
Yusof.
Datuk Yusof.
That's correct.
All right. Now, what is your relationship like, right, between the brother, or rather, for that matter, Datuk Shafi himself, with PMX?
Well, we support him. We are the first party to support PMX as the PMX openly to actually to be sworn in as a PM. So that is a mandated government. So as far as we are concerned, our personal relationship with him is not important. That mandate has already been given, and we have to respect that mandate, and we have to stick to the mandate until and unless an election is called. So we are part of the federal government. So if PMX feel that they want to give us any post, as far as federal government is concerned, I think we accept it gladly because we're part of the government. Yeah.
Okay, now Warisan has taken a very bold and very ambitious move in contesting in all the 73 constituencies in the state.
That's right. Yeah.
How do you see Warisan performing in terms of all the 73 seats, and how many seats do you think Warisan is capable of winning?
This is me now, meaning to say it's only my personal view.
Of course, you're going to say that you're going to win Tanjung Aru, but I'm
no. I did not say that. It still goes back to the people of Tanjung Aru, whether they are willing to give me a chance or whatever I've been doing. Do they feel that I've been doing enough, or they wanted to give a chance to somebody new to actually try? So it's really bound down to the people.
But let's look overall.
Okay,
73 seats. How many seats would you think that Warisan is able to win? Of course, the magic number is 37.
Yes, right? That's correct. Okay, let's.
I've asked this question to all the presidents that I've spoken to as well.
I think fair enough.
Yeah.
I think Yeah, before I go into that, I would say that this is a disclaimer. That means that this is me, lah. This is me being a leader of my party.
All right.
Okay, we of course, no parties is stupid enough to contest and even knowing that they cannot win.
Of course,
because political party needs to survive, right? This is to be realistic. So when we contest 73 seats, of course we have this more or less analyze and take calculated risk. And look into it and really assess our chances and believe that we can win single-handedly before we make this decision to actually go into these elections solo, right? To be realistic. So
right.
That's our stand. So if you ask me, of course, we believe that we can win. But then again, we believe that we can win has to be that our calon choice has to be right. Our bahagian must be solid, the people must be with us. This thing must be put together. Okay? The last 14 days, there must not be any blunders, Like we must be very careful in what we do, that will contribute to whether we
You still
win.
haven't answered my question, Datuk.
Okay.
How many seats is Warisan capable of winning?
Realistically,
Yes.
Realistically, if you ask me, I think 42 or 43 seats.
We've noticed that you have leaders in Warisan, okay, who have been quite senior leaders, I may add, all right, who have been extremely vocal, all right, in the course of their political career. Now, unfortunately, 3 of them that we have noticed, all right, are not candidates.
Okay.
All right, one of which is Aziz Zaman, all right, Lorenzo Padua, and of course the incumbent of Moyok, Daryl Liking.
Yeah.
All right.
Datuk Daryl.
Yes. Why are the 3 of them not made candidates?
Okay, if you look at this, let's look at this, the whole thing as with the party planning and strategize to win this election. So every decision made is a strategic decision made by the party to make sure that we can win. Now,
Are you saying that Aziz Zaman or Daryl are incapable of winning?
No, that's not what I'm saying. Except, because I'm not finished my statement, except for Datuk Daryl. Except for Datuk Daryl, because we have said it many times, and my presidents have openly said it many times as well, that we have always, including myself, we have always asked Datuk Daryl as our timbalan to contest, because we believe he can win. But it's his own decision that he doesn't want to contest, and he wants to become an election director to help the party to win. Now, that is a strategic decision of the party. Now, for Datuk Aziz Zaman, it's the timbalan election director for our party. That's why he's moving around to making sure that they win. And of course, maybe they have been in the parliament for many years, so they feel comfortable being in the parliament. So they will get ready for the next parliament elections. But for Datuk Daryl, I don't want to speak for him because we have been trying to ask him, but it seems like he wants to step aside to help the party at the back and start to move elsewhere. But we still hope that he will contest in the next, to consider to contest again in the next parliament,
Parliamentary election.
Yeah, parliamentary election.
Okay,
because
one last question, Datuk. This is not a tricky question, it's a yes or no answer, all right?
Okay.
Can you win Tanjung Aru?
I think yes, of course.
All right, thank you very much for being with me,
Thank
Datuk.
you.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, that was Datuk Junz Wong, the Vice President of Party Warisan. He is also the candidate for N22 Tanjung Aru. Right? We wish him all the best in the remaining days of campaigning, all right, as well as the decision that will be made by the voters as to whether they would vote for him to keep him there for another term. This is Ronnie Klassen signing off. Thank you.